Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of A Street Auto Podcast. Thank you for watching. I'd like to thank all of you guys that have been sending comments, suggestions for any topics that you want us to talk about. This time, I'm going to talk about a question that we got last week in regards to credit score. The question was, how can I improve my credit score so I can get a better interest rate? And that's a great question. So we're going to go ahead and talk about some of the things that you could do to improve your credit score so you can get a better interest rate. One of the fastest ways to improve your credit score is by start paying down those debts that are the smallest debts. They call it the snowball effect. So basically you start with from the smallest to the biggest. Let's just say that you have a couple credit cards that are $500 limits, and maybe you have a loan for $1,000 and some other stuff for $2,000. So the easiest way is for you to start attacking those little ones, the $500, then the $1,000, and then maybe the $2,000. That would be the fastest and easiest way to improve your credit score. However, if you are unable to pay them off completely, it is recommended that you keep at least a 20% of less balance from the limit. In other words, if the limit is $500, then you probably want to keep $100 or less from that credit card. If it's $1,000, then you probably want to keep $200 or less of the credit card or any department store credit card that you might have or any other loan. Also, if you pay them off completely, one thing to consider is that you might not want to close them right away because you might be back to square one.
Well, I'm back to square one.
What do I mean by that? A lot of times people might say, well, I'm going to pay them completely and I'm going to close them because I don't want it in my credit. And that's understandable. However, that might be a little bit counterproductive because by paying it off and by closing them, you're not going to have the credit percentage availability that might improve the credit score, because now you have more availability in your credit than if you pay them off and you close them and you only keep the ones that there's debt on it. Your credit availability might actually be now lower than it was before. So keep that in mind. And lastly, try to stay current in your monthly payments to the best of your ability. Many times I see when customers might be 30 days late or 60 days late on a really small account, and let's just say the payment might only be $25 and you are 30 days past due or 60 days past due, which in this scenario will be $50. It's actually a really small amount, but many people might think that because it's only $25 or $50, it's not really going to put a dent on your credit. However, the reality is that it does.
Final notice, late notice, past due.
So even if it's a small payment, do not let it go 30 days late or 60 days late for that matter, because believe it or not, that might make a big impact on your credit score.
Your credit score is terrible.
Which means that you might get a much higher interest rate. So keep that in mind. Even if it's a small payment, make sure you make it on time. That way, next time you're getting ready to buy a car, you want to come to A Street Auto Sales, the Corner Savings, there's not going to be a dent on your credit score. There you have it, my friends. I want to thank you for watching. Remember, if you want to send any comments, suggestions for any specific topic that you want us to talk about in any future episodes, you can do it by going to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at A Street Auto. Also, if you want to check out our inventory, please go to yumastreetauto.com, or you can call us at 928-783-9462. Remember to stay safe, and I'll see you next time, my friends.